chums, welcome to a very quick, update really on this particular breaking story. Because as you know, regardless of course of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, it's never really their fault. We often hear this time and time again from the Montecito camp, you know. And as I explained in a recent video regarding Meghan Markle and of course her half-sister Samantha Markle, you've got to be very careful where you place your bets, because quite frankly things can be blown open into the wild and people can easily check these particular remits. You get the picture. What's interesting here though is Prince Harry once again has turned to his elder brother, the Prince of Wales, His Royal Highness Prince William, literally trying to, well, some people might suggest at least, blow away all the good deed, the good publicity from his forthcoming Apple documentary appearance. And likewise, it's never Harry's fault, is it? Let me explain. Morning chums, lovely to see you. As I say, welcome one and all. Nice to have your company. Welcome back, whatever you're doing. This is, of course, a little bit later than I normally film. And normally you can see something nice and bright and cheery behind me, can't you? But this is, of course, the world we currently live in right now. We're just edging towards, well, into our winter. I think we've got about 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks before we put the clocks back over here, which signals the start of British winter time. Don't know about you. I never like that time of year because although it might seem you get an extra hour in bed, well, there's a lot to be lost for that, isn't, like beautiful sunshine, etc. You know what I'm saying. What's interesting here though is this particular story. As I told you a couple of days ago now, Prince Harry, well, inadvertently of course, has managed to drag in the Prince and Princess of Wales into his latest litigation case. This is a big litigation case without a shadow of a doubt because it's against Associated Newspapers. They are really, you know, one of the biggest publishers over here in the United Kingdom. They publish things like Daily Mail Online, the Mail on Sunday, and of course the Daily Mail newspaper. And this particular litigation goes really quite far back, and something when you know, as I've said to you before, the thing I find very strange about Harry is he's sort of living in the past. William, in a totally different way, has had similar experiences with the British media, particularly at the height of the early noughties, as they called them. And this was when, you know, sort of technology was new, hacking scandals, texting scandals. Everybody in the industry at that point, you know, since I've spoken to afterwards, knew exactly how to find out about the rich and famous through this brand new technology. Harry, though, is looking at cases way back from 2003. Now, Harry's KC, David Sherborne, has submitted many different documents, which by default, or not by default, whichever way you want to look at it, incriminated the Prince and Princess of Wales, simply because they're in the documentation. Now, just right on cue, of course, Prince Harry has come back out and, you know, making sure it's publicly known at least that he had no idea that they would be brought into this particular case. This is where the story and the sort of area gets a little bit muddy in many respects, simply because if Harry, as we know through the previous stuff, had bothered to listen to the KC, well, the interesting thing is they go through every single detail with you. Now, you know, the blame game really does start here, because was Harry listening when that particular documentation was discussed with him or not? And now Harry, in the public domain, is letting it be known that he had no idea that this was the case. Now, where this, as I say, is rather sort of convoluted is the fact that many people are suggesting that they could not have continued with those court documents with such a highly sensitive nature of information regarding other senior members of the British monarchy without, of course, him knowing. Now, I would say this is purely a case of Harry being flippant, having disregard and probably not taking it all in. After all, he's got many court cases ongoing and rolling forward. According to the source, he's now personally written to Kensington Palace, to his elder brother and the Princess of Wales, apologising for any inconvenience. But as I said at the start of this video, it's always really, it's never my fault, it wasn't me. And now, as we saw in the previous cases with Harry in the court of law, as he pointed out, he did very little work to back up those accusations. It didn't end well. This time around, it doesn't look like it's going much better. Either way, the court case is ongoing. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.